When the market gives you lemons, make lemonade. FM Lucian here, how are you guys doing? So it's the first week of August and the stock market look as if it's gonna crash. The crypto market saw Bitcoin going from 70,000 US dollars right down to 53,000 US dollars. So the question that you may be asking yourself is, what next? So let's start off with the crypto market where it all began. The past week we saw a Berkshire, Warren Buffett's company, selling 900 billion worth of stocks. In fact, it sold 50% of all the stocks that they were holding in Apple. Now, Warren Buffett always says the following: cash is king. And that is exactly what he's following at this point of time, because he knows that the market is plummeting and this is the best time to obviously buy in, and this is the time where you want to have cash. And that drop in the market has spiraled throughout the world. Japan saw its largest drop since 1987, the year I was born. And that obviously has spiraled over into the crypto market as well. But you would notice that gold hasn't lost much value. In fact, it has grown by around about 20% over the last 60 days. So let's get back to the crypto market and how that affects us. So some investors have liquidated their positions. All that means is they have sold stocks that they don't believe that's going to do great over the next cycle, and they obviously want to channel it back into what they believe in. Now this morning when I opened my Twitter, so I noticed one of the top influencers saying that, or comparing this drop to the FTX drop we saw in 2021. However, in 2021, we went from 70,000 US dollars to 31,000 US dollars. And this drop is nothing like that. Why? Because we went from 70,000 US dollars only to 52,000 US dollars. Now, it is easy for one to obviously panic, and that is why I actually wrote myself a notebook where I jot down what I did when I got the best results. And it wasn't my intention to actually bring this to the public. This is just my personal notebook whereby I go back and I look at, you know what, this is what happened in the past and this is how I handled it in order to get this results. So it helps me to take out the emotions out of the market, because even though we obviously see that this is much smaller drop than the previous ones, just being in it can make you feel like it is even much bigger. So this notebook obviously helped me to obviously be able to be level-headed, and as a result I obviously wrote more and more and more and made more notes, etc., until I was able to summarize it into 3 easy steps. So over time I have actually created a system or steps that I look at, and these 3 tips have helped me to stay level-headed and take out the emotions out of investing into cryptocurrency. And I call this the ultimate guide to successful investing. But more about the book at a later stage. So friends, there's nothing new under the sun, and if we look back in the past, then we know exactly this have happened before, and we need to implement what we've done then, or what the winners were doing then, in order to get the great results. I always say that people want to also have the testimonials that some of our clients have recorded, etc., and they want to also be able to have that kind of testimony. But if you look at, or when you go back behind the scenes and you ask them more in detail on what it took in order to get better results, then it would come down to them actually being in markets like this and not panic and stay level-headed. And if you are new to the industry, maybe employing a mentor so you can actually be guided to the top. So this isn't something new, and the bottom is closer now than what it was 2 weeks ago. So I'm looking forward to the next leg up. Is it going to be this week? Is it going to be next week? Is it going to be next month? I do not know. But when it comes, it's going to be much bigger than the previous. And I hope that you will be part of it. Good luck.